kernel, what is kernel, and what are the basic functions of kernel, how kernel manage all the activities in a operating system. That activities may be your file management, IO management, then your memory management, then input output management, which all functions are performed will be performed with the help of kernel. So the request given from the user will be given to the shell. So shell interacts between the user and the Linux kernel. And kernel will interact with the hardware, computer hardware that I have explained earlier. Okay. So these are the functions which are performed by the kernel in an operating system. Now shell. The shell is a program that takes commands typed by the user and calls the operating system to run those commands with the help of kernel. The shell program that acts as an interface user or you and the Linux system, allowing to enter the command for the operating system to execute. So whichever command you want to execute, there are a number of commands in the Linux operating system. So if you are giving ls command, it will list all the files in the direct using ls command. If you give ls-a, it will show all the hidden files. If you write ls-l, long listing, means who is the owner, at what time that file was created, all listing will be provided. So whichever commands you are typing on the shell will be executed by the operating system. So shell is the interface between the user and the operating system, or we can say as a kernel. Okay. Why to use shell that we have covered? You can use shell script for automate administrative tasks. Means you can create your own file and that file can be executed. Encapsulate complex configuration details. Encapsulate complex configuration details. Hide the complex detail and show the simple features. Get the full power of operating system. Then ability to combine commands allows to create a new command. So using pipe, you have heard the pipe. Now pipe is a command in the Linux operating system in which output of one command will be given as the input to the second command. So likewise, we can create our own command in the Linux operating system, adding values to your OS. So this point also we have covered different types of shell: Bourne shell, C shell, Corn shell, Bash shell, and CC shell. Okay. By default, it is a Bourne shell. To find the how which shell you are working, to find all the ways available shells in your system, type the following command in your terminal. When you type command cat etc shell, it will give all the shells available in your Linux operating system or Ubuntu operating system. Then basic syntax: ch username new default shell. So here it will specify the shell name, which shell you are working. So you command Linux shell, convert to the binary language by the shell. Now Linux kernel understand your request, which command you are type. So here is your binary conversion that is done by the bash shell. So bash is a shell. So these are the commands: ls, date, cat. Cat will display the file content, file.txt content. Now shell programming language. Shell programming language. Now what is there? You want to write a program. Suppose for example student database. So how to write the shell program? With using different shell commands. Student database, in which you can add the student, delete the student, modify the student, then exit. So these are some operations which can perform on a student database. So how to write the program? I will explain one line by line. Before that, what is shell programming? Now that we see some basic shell operation, it's time to move on the script or the shell program. There are two ways of writing a shell program. First one, you can type a sequence of commands. You can type a sequence of commands and allow the shell to execute them interactively. Means sequence of command means what? Whichever operation you want to perform. You can write that operation line by line, and that file will you can execute. So you can type a sequence of command and allow the shell to execute them interactively. You can store this command in a file that can then invoke as a program. That is called as a shell script. Means .sh. File name will what? Suppose snd.sh. So we are creating that file. That file will consist of all the operation or whatever you want to perform or program you want to write for anything. Student database may be there, patient database may be there, or any another program to display the contents of the file. Number of programs we can write. So this is the two ways for executing or writing a shell program. Now, shell scripting. Shell script is a series of commands stored in a plain text file. This is your editor. Any type of editor we can use and write the series of commands in that text file, and we can save that file. That is called as a shell script. A shell script is similar to the batch file in MS-DOS, but it is much more powerful because at a time we can save more than one command in a shell script. That is not possible in a DOS. In DOS, we can write only one command at a time. Okay, I work with DOS. Means suppose copy command is there, move command is there. Only one command can be executed in a DOS operating system. That is MS-DOS. While in your shell, we can execute more than one command. Means we can store this more than one command in the file, and that file can be executed. So that is called as a shell script. Why to write a shell script? Why we require the shell script? Shell script can take input from user file and output them on a screen. I have given the example of a student database. So user can easily write the database file and he can save that file and he can execute that file. He can execute that file and get the output on the screen. Output on the screen or the monitor. Useful to create our own commands. It will save a lot of time. User can create his own command to automate some tasks of today's life, whichever activity you want to perform a day wise. You can create a program for that also. System administration part can be automated. Practical examples where shell scripting actively used. Monitoring your Linux system, data backup and creating snapshots. Find out what processes are eating up your system resource. Means we are creating this. We can create this program. When we execute this program, they will give the output, monitoring of your Linux system. Before who have entered your system, what operation you have performed, how much time your Linux operating system was executing, all the functions monitoring will be done when you execute that program. Then your data backup and creating the snapshot. Find out what processes are eating up your system resource, means your memory, maybe their processor time may be there. You can write program for that also. Find out available and free memory. Find out all the login users and what they are doing. The operation they can perform. We can write a program. How many users have logged into the system. Linux operating system is a multi-user system. Means more than one user can enter the can work on a Linux operating system or Ubuntu. So it is a multi-user system. So we can find how many users have logged into the system and what operation they are performing. Find out if all necessary network services are running or not. You can write a program for that also. Now, how to create a script? Okay, so this is the main part. This is the first practical. Creating a shell program for student database. So how to create a script? As discussed earlier, shell script stored in a plain text file, generally one command per line. Okay, now VI is a editor. Okay, in the terminal, you are writing what? VI myscript.sh. sh is the extension for that file. MyScript is the name of that file. VI is a editor. So in VI editor, we are writing the program myscript.sh. Make sure you are use .bash or .sh file extension for each script. So there are two types of extension, .bash and second one is a .sh. So basically we are using .sh, that is a shell SH is for shell. This ensures easy identification of shell script. Set up executable permission. Once script is created, you need to set up executable permission on a script, because without executable permission, running a script is not possible, almost impossible. Besides executable permission, script must have a read permission. Means we are giving rights to that file. Which are different types of right? Read, write, execute. These are the permissions for the file. Means we can read the file, we can make the modification in the write the file, and third one is that we can execute the file. So these are the permissions. So we should give the permission to that file. For that purpose, we have the command chmod, change mode. Okay. Command is chmod to change the mode of the file, plus X and your script name. Script means your file name, myscript.sh. Our second command is chmod 755, your script name. Your script name is yours. Now it is your file name. Okay, myscript.sh. Now why we are written plus X or 755? Plus X is for your execution. X is your execution. R, W, X. So these are the three types. Read, W for write, and X is for execution. Now you are written plus X is for execution of that file. I got this. And second one is the number 755. It is for execution. This is common 755 is okay. Now 755, there are numbers, there are different numbers. For read, there is another number. For write, there is another number. So we are making the changes in that file using this chmod command, change mode command. So that file can be executed. Now how to run that program? Now we have written the program. Suppose what I in a program, my program is myscript.sh. In that I written a program for addition of two numbers or anything. Echo, my name is XYZ, echo, I am in XYZ college. So these are the two lines. Echo is a command to display that contents which you are writing in that file. Means what? Echo will display what? Echo in double quote, my name is XYZ. Echo, I am studying in dash college. So these are the two lines in that file. Which file? myscript.sh. Now I am to execute that file. So how to execute this file? We have to give the permission. First one is you should give the permission to that file. Second one is now your script is ready with proper executable permission on it. Next, test script by running it. How to run that? So using running bash your file name dot sh. First command, or second command is your sh and file name dot sh. So what will be the your command? Sh. What was your file name? myscript dot sh. Okay, that will execute. And last one is your dot slash myscript. Okay, so this will execute your command or your file myscript dot sh. I got this. Now example. So here if you can see bash name of your file is which one? Bar dot sh or bar. Then sh bar dot slash bar. So this is an executable file. This is your, or in simple second way is what? Write directly sh file name dot sh and lastly dot slash your file name. So it will give the output which will be the your file name. So this is your example. So what is the first one? Writing VI editor. Okay, VI first. First is name of your file. Okay, and you should do the extension dot sh. VI first dot sh. Then there is a comment. Hash is there. My first shell script. Then hash. Then there is a command that is clear. Then we are writing what? Echo. Echo is same as your printf. In C program, you are using printf. Huh? So that is the same as your printf echo, and in the double quotes you are writing this is my first script. When you are run the program, it will give the output. This is my first script. So during that echo is again a command. So which command you have studied up till now? We have finished ls. Second one was your date. Third one is your chmod. Fourth one is now echo. So these four commands we have studied. Okay. What will be the output? How to run? Then change the permission. chmod 755 is for execution, and first is your program name. Then /first. So it will give the output. What will be the output? This is my first script when you are running on the terminal. When you run this file ./first, it will give the output on the terminal that this is my first script. Okay. How to define the variable in Linux operating or the shell? In Linux shell, there are two types of variable. First one is system variable. The second one is the user-defined variables. So system-defined variables or system-defined variables are created and maintained by the system itself. These types of variable defined in a capital letters. User-defined variables created and maintained by the user. These types of variables are defined in a lower. Now user-defined variable. So how to define a variable in shell program? To define a user-defined variable, use the following syntax. Variable name equal to value, which value you want to assign. So here is your dollar, means it will auto generated. So no is your variable name. You are assigning a 10 value to the number. Rules for naming the variable name. Variable name must begin with alphanumeric characters or underscore characters, followed by one or more alphanumeric characters. Second one, don't put spaces on either side of a equal sign when assigning values to the variable. Variables are case sensitive. You cannot define null variable. Do not use question mark, star, etc. to name your variable. These are some rules for naming the variable. So, how to print that variable or access the variable of user-defined variable? So this is example. So print or access user-defined variable, use the following syntax. So dollar variable name. Okay, we are using what? Dollar. Suppose you are given what? Name equal to XYZ. Now you want to print that XYZ. What you will write down? Dollar XYZ. So what you are assigned to that XYZ? Name. Okay, name. So that name will be assigned with the help of this dollar. This dollar will specify the name. Your assigned name will be stored in this variable with the help of dollar. Example. What is here? Wake equal to bus. So we are assigning a bus to a vehicle, wake, and n is equal to 10. Okay, now you want to print this. You want to print this. So what is written here? Echo dollar wake echo dollar n. So what will be the output? Bus 10. So dollar is required. Okay, output will be what? We assign the vehicle is equal to bus and n is equal to 10. So output will be vehicle 10. So one question is there. The question came. Mr. Student has asked, can you please explain how 755 is used to read and write? 755 is used only for execution. We are giving the right of execution. Okay. 755 is used for execution only. There is another number for your read and write operation. We are changing the permission of file. Now here what you have written chmod plus x, na? So plus R. Plus R will be for read. Plus W will be for write. Next will be for execution. Okay. Plus RWX. We are writing. And 755 is for only execution. And for read and write, there are other numbers. So here we'll echo so what will be the output of this file? It will print bus 10. So don't try echo wake. It will not print anything. What we should write here now? Dollar wake. It will print wake instead of value bus. Okay. I got this one. If you write here dollar, then only it will print the bus. If you write echo wake, it will print wake instead of value bus. Echo n, it will print n instead of value 10. So you must use dollar followed by the variable name. So echo dollar n, it will print echo dollar wake. At that time, it will print bus. Okay. Then, so these are some assignments. Define variable x with value 10 and print it on a screen. Second assignment is your print sum of two numbers, let's say 6 and 3. Then shell arithmetic operation. How to perform the arithmetic operation in a shell? So syntax is your expression, first math operation, and second. So these are the example. Expression 1 plus 3, expression 2 minus 1, expression 10 divided by 2, expression 20 mod 3, expression multiplication, and expression 6 plus 6. So this will be equal expression. This will do the addition and store into the number. Shell math operation. Then read the statement. Used to get input data from user keyboard and store to the variable. So read operation is used. So which command is used? Read variable 1, variable 2, and variable n. Echo your first name, please. Read first name. First name is your variable name. First name will be read. Echo hello. So here we are using dollar f name, which are your assigning will be stored into the f name. Let's be friend. Now these are some commands. ls will show all the files. ls a will show all the files whose first name is starting with letter a. ls star.c will show all the files with extension c. Then ls ut star.c will show files having extension C, but file name must begin with UT. ls question mark will show all the files whose names are one character long. ls fo will show all the files whose names are three character long. and file name begin with F. Ls ABC star will show all the files beginning with letter ABC. Now, if condition, they are same as a C, but you are using F5. If condition, then command 1. If condition is true, or if exit status of condition is 0. And F5 is the end of that if condition using F5. So, operators in shell. Equal. So hyphen EQ is equal, M is not equal. So these are operations which we can perform. Then less than or less than or equal to LE or greater than, it is GT. Then G is greater than or equal to. Example, so VI editor. So if you are writing M, it will give the line number. VIM, myscript.sh. So VI or VIM. Using VIM, we can get the line number. Using VI, we cannot get the line number. Read choice. Read your choice. Suppose you user is entering 1, 2, 3, whatever may be the choice. Read choice. If choice is greater than 0, GT is for greater than 0, then echo choice number is positive, else echo choice number is negative, and end of your if statement. So what your choice? Suppose choice is 5, so it is greater than 0. So what will be the output? 5 number is positive. If you are minus 5, not greater than 0, so minus 5 number is negative. Then nested if else. So these are the nested if else. So echo vi, the file name is nested if else dot sh. Echo 1 Unix. Echo second number is Linux. Echo -n for new line. Select your OS choice 1 or 2. Then read your choice OS choice equal to 1. Then echo your pick an Unix operating system. Else, if your choice is equal to 2, you pick Linux operating system. Else, what you don't like Linux, or if your choice is 3 or 4, what you don't like Unix or Linux. End of this FI and end of this if statement. Okay, FI is for end of this if statement, and second FI is for end of outer if statement. Then loops in shell programming, for loop and while loop. So loops are same as your C programming. First, the variable used in loop condition must be initialized, then execution of loop begin. The test is condition is made at the beginning of each iteration. The body of loops ends with statement that modifies the value of test variable. This is the example. So for loop syntax is for variable name in a list, do and done statement. Execute one of each items in the list until the list is not finished, and repeat all the statement between do and done. So with a statement until this condition is not satisfied. So this is example for I in input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I is for input. Do echo welcome dollar I times. So I is dollar I. In how much it is? 5. So it will execute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Then so the for loop for expression 1, expression 2, and expression 3. Do repeat all the statement between do and done until your expression 2 second is true. This condition is true. At that time it will execute. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus do welcome to $5 times done. They are same as a sequence. Then nesting of for loops. So this is how we are nesting for and for, do and echo. It will 3. Then while loop, same while condition, do command on, command 2 and command 3, and last will be the done is the while condition. So I is the example, I is equal to 1, while I is not less than or equal to 10. I is less than or equal to 10. Do echo $n 1 into your I expression. So what will be here? It will store again increase till this condition is satisfied. Then case statement, syntax, case, variable name, pattern, first, second, third. This just in this also 1, 2, 3 up how much you are writing, and last one is your command. So here we are writing a execution of case will be end with the escape. Escape is end of the case. So read the variable example case variable in. In means what? What is user giving as a input? Echo 1, 2, 3, 4. Echo, sorry, it is bigger than 4. Means how many they are given? If the user give 5, you will say sorry, it's bigger than. So using case, you can write case in this variable in input. Then functions. Function is a series of instructions of command. Functions performs particular activities in a shell. So you are having function name and function bound. So today is your function. So today echo today is a date, and it will return the date. This is example for the function calculate. So what we are assigning n1 number variable n1. We are assigning the $1 operation $2, and n2 is will save the result of $3. Answer is initially 0. So here if initial not given anywhere equal to 3, then whatever you are giving input, then answer is the dollar operation means your n1 value operation, which operation are performing with the second number echo number. So your answer will store in the number and return the answer. Else echo function can require at least 3 arguments. How many arguments here passed here? 3 arguments has been passed. And that will give the calculation of that 3 variable. And it will return the answer here. So cal 5 plus 10, 10 minus 2, cal 10 minus 2 echo, that will give the result of this. So this is your program. So while do clear echo main menu echo 1 show date, today's date, show files in the current directory, show calendar, start editor to write later, echo exit echo. So here all this will be in a different file line. Enter your main choice 1 to 5. read your choice, which your choice you are enter. Now you have to display the date, so there is command. So case choice input today's date, press a key, read. Then second one echo files, it will display the files directories. Echo press any key for read, for calculation, vi for get the editor, and exit for exit the terminal. Echo please select choice if you are giving the wrong choice, and again you want to continue for that purpose. Escape done. Continuously it will take the choice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.